welcome back to the Film Crusade. I'm Ben,
And I'm Sam.
and today we are joined by special guest Max. He's one of my best friends, and would you like to introduce yourself a little bit more?
I'm Max. I've been Ben's friend since Stranger Things came out, probably. So
Oh, even farther than that.
probably it's been out for 2017, 9 years,
Yeah, I don't know. Sixth grade, I think that's when.
6th or 7th.
Oh my gosh, I'm old.
Yeah, we were in sixth grade around sixth grade. I think. I don't know. Anyway, you're the old man.
Fifth grade, I think. Yeah, I'm the old man here.
So yeah,
Well,
as mentioned, we are talking about Stranger Things. We're going to be talking about season 5 and just the entire series as a whole. This is kind of a part 2 to our earlier Stranger Things video, but yeah, we're talking about Stranger Things today. So I knew I wanted you on for this one because you're the reason that I actually watched Stranger Things. Because I remember right after season 4 came out, you and I watched it in your basement.
Yep.
We watched season 1 through one day, season 2 an entirety a day, and then I think we took a couple of days to do 3 and 4.
Yeah. Those are longer seasons.
Those are longer seasons. Yeah. But yeah, you want to talk about like why you got into Stranger Things or how you got into Stranger Things?
I don't know. I just kind of watched it with my family. I think season 2. It was when I started watching it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably around that time when season 2 came out.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you were saying you came in around season 2 as well.
yeah, I was in seventh grade, I think, when I first started watching. That was around season 2 because I remember people in school talking about Stranger Things season 2 just came out. Wow, everyone should should be watching it and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't watch season 1. My parents were about to start season 2, so I was like, all right, let me watch season 1 with my family again, and then I watched season 2, and I was like, whoa, this is some incredible stuff. I mean, sure, maybe was I a little scared and a small child at the time? Yeah, but it was it was really fun. I really liked a lot of the characters. It was the season where my favorite character finally got a lot of good screen time. Um,
Is that
and
spoilers
yeah,
for later?
I guess it is a small spoiler for later, but it's more like foreshadowing.
Oh, there you
Um,
go. Okay. This
Is
guy's.
Bob his favorite character?
Oh yeah, Bob's 100% his favorite character.
I love Bob, but rest in peace, Bob. Um,
That would be an unfair.
yeah, I love Stranger Things. I love talking about Stranger Things. Specifically with people on campus. I have a couple friends up there who like to talk about Stranger Things. I like talking about Stranger Things with Ben. I remember when we were watching the finale, we could not stop texting back and forth and being like, try not to spoil each other.
Yeah.
Ben's kind of bad.
It was such a blast.
Well, no,
He actually did a pretty good job. He actually did a pretty good job.
I was trying so hard. So like him and I send TikToks to each other all the time. I was trying so hard not to send you spoiler TikToks, but I'm like,
Yeah.
there's some really funny memes in these. So yeah, I don't think I spoiled.
I don't
Did
think
spoil it?
anything major.
No,
Nothing major.
probably something minor. I knew there was
Yeah.
something I sent you a spoiler of, but it was like extremely minor, and I'm like, this joke is too funny for
Yeah.
me not to send it to you. So yeah.
Suck my fat one.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Wow, he's already creating hostility. How dare he? All right, to get more into things, I think let's just give season 5 as a whole, not even just volume 2 or the finale, just season 5 as a whole. Just let's just do out of 10. Sounds good.
Out of 10.
Ooh,
Out of 10.
I need a moment. Hold on. Ooh. Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, 7.
6.
7.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So all of us about 6 or 7, but
I can't escape it. Like
It's right there. It's right
my
there.
host, my guests, like everyone's just.
maybe you're just the odd man out.
Maybe I am just the odd man
But
out.
I mean, my justification for the 6 is I think it's still Stranger Things. You know? It still has a good cast of characters, and it still is like taking place in a good world. It's fun. It's entertaining enough. But I think, in my opinion, it is the weakest Stranger Things season.
Yeah, I think
It's
I
the
can agree
weakest
with
Stranger
that.
Things season.
Yeah,
By far.
yeah. I think I'm still satisfied with it. I still liked it enough, and I don't think it like ruins the entire series for me. But like, it definitely is probably like the worst one. But like I don't know. I remember really liking Volume 1, and then Volume 2 was like had really good moments, and then I liked the epilogue of the finale and stuff like that. So I think it's still solid enough, you know.
Max, would you say that you were let down by this season?
I think absolutely. Like
Yeah.
it's still the same show, but like it was kind of boring compared to all the other seasons. It didn't really have.
I agree.
It didn't really have a lot of. I don't know, luster.
It didn't umph.
It didn't have sauce.
No, it didn't have sauce. That's the right word.
Yeah.
No mustard here, but
no mustard. Yeah.
It definitely was just, I don't know. Like it felt more of a chore to watch it sometimes, especially I think in the earlier side of the season. But
yeah, I think that's kind of fair. But I don't know. It still had.
I think I think it had a lot to live up to with how they ended season 4.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it was executed creatively enough. I think they did a really good job with some of the stuff in this season with Frankenstein stuff, giving Will powers. But I think the biggest issue was I felt the finale was such a letdown, especially the first half of it. But we'll get into that. I'm not the one in charge of this episode. I'm sure Ben has stuff planned for us, so I'll let him take it away.
Yeah, I think just before we go fully into like the season 5 and the finale, I think I just kind of want to talk a little bit more about just the series as a whole. And I think just to start with that, I think we could just rank the seasons, just in order of like which one's the best, which one's the worst, and I think we can go from up to the top.
Yeah.
Does that sound good, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. So last place, I'm gonna say season 5. I think that's probably.
I think
we already all said that. I have season 5 is the worst.
Okay, so
but it's not bad. It's not bad though. It's not horrible.
Yeah, not horrible. All right, number 4 on the list. You got it.
I think my number 4 was season 2.
Okay, what about you, Sam?
Season 2 is my number 4.
I'm gonna go season 2.
Yep, same here. Season 2 is probably
all across the board. Yeah. Wow.
Season 2 is probably my least.
It's very close though. It's very close.
Yeah. I think I rewatched 1, 2, and 3 this summer, and I actually liked 2 a lot more than what I thought. And like I thought it was better than what I originally thought about it. Cuz like I think it definitely sows the seeds for like later seasons really well.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's the start of Dustin and Steve's relationship. You get Max for the first time in that season, and I think it's kind of a good bridge between season 1 and then just the future seasons. Because I think it's a nice gap between, or it's a nice bridge between 1 and 3. So I think 2 is a bit underrated compared to the rest of them.
Yeah, I think like I enjoyed 2 because it did add a lot of good characters and it just added more to the show in general. But like I feel like it was kind of more on the boring side. Like not a ton happened until like the last episode. Yeah. And especially in comparison to the later seasons and how important those feel. Yeah. Like season 2, you don't really feel like you're doing much. Yeah. But I think especially you got the episode with the weakest episode in the show probably with Callie and like Elle doing off in that, and like I don't think that episode gets any praise at all. Like nobody really likes it.
I think I've actually still never seen that episode. I've seen every episode of Stranger Things except the last season. Because we skipped it when we watched it.
Yeah, we did skip it.
Yeah. What?
He's disappointed.
Are you disappointed in me?
Ben, you're supposed to be a professional.
Well, I just didn't. I just skipped one episode. It's just that one episode.
Yeah, an episode that paid off being crucial to the finale.
Well, I didn't know that before watching season 5.
They made a list, Ben, of crucial episodes that I sent to you.
You think I'm gonna do homework for watching a TV show?
Yes, we've done homework so many times. That's all right.
Honestly, Ben, doing homework for a TV show is like Like that's something I could absolutely see you doing. So
Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie. I did do homework for when Kenobi came out, but like we're not gonna talk about that.
well, that's valid though.
But honestly,
That's valid though.
Yeah. That's probably the biggest strike against me as just a host of this is that I haven't seen Clone Wars. So, but that's a different.
Really?
I still haven't seen Clone Wars.
Oh wow.
But that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 in the season rankings. I have number 1, season 1.
Season 1's your third.
Season 1. Yeah.
I have season 4, my third slot.
I have season 3.
Wow.
Okay.
So like totally different across the board. Yeah.
Yeah, I think just for me is like everyone talks so much about season 1. I think for me, I don't like it as much, but like I think that's just kind of coming from like someone who came into the show later. You know what I mean? Like I think if I saw it around when it first came out, I think season 1 would maybe be higher. Because like I know of like what's stuff to come when I watched it and stuff like that. So like I think it didn't hit as hard for me. Also, I just kind of I've seen season 1 and 2. I've seen them both all the way through twice. So I've only seen they're probably the least watched seasons for me.
Oh really?
And I think I just kind of forget about 1 a lot of the times. So I think that's just me. I think that's just why I don't like 1 as much. But yeah.
I mean, it's fair. I mean, it's the very beginning, but the very beginning is very strong in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
we'll get into
regardless,
season 1 later.
Yeah.
I'll get into. Should I hold off on talking about season 3, or should I start, or should I say
It's
something?
in your third spot, I guess.
Okay, so my third spot is based on, so it used to be pretty high on my ranking. It was my number 1 for a long time, and then recently I rewatched through the entire show, and my ranking changed. I will get into that reason, later on, but yes, I'll get into that when we talk about season 3 a little more.
Okay. And then why is 4?
I had season 4 there. I think this is like the top 3 are the real strong seasons in my opinion. Like 4, 1, and 3 are definitely stronger than the rest, but like I think the thing for me was 4 was a lot longer.
Yeah, 4 is a lot longer.
And like it was enjoyable, but like it just felt like there was a lot of time dedicated to things that weren't that important.
Yeah, I will say, like, I could see a reason for being dragged down a little bit is just the whole California plot. Like, that plot is just so boring.
I almost forgot about that.
There are some good parts to it. Like, I think meeting Susie in person is actually kind of is probably the peak of that arc, but it's still just kind of boring. And I think even though the 11 scenes are cool in that arc too, I feel like I'm just more focused on A, the Russian arc, and B, the Hawk. Well, I'm more focused on the Hawkins arc, but out of the two, I'm like the Russian arc and the Hawkins arc are the best.
They're interesting.
They're interesting, and I'm like, I just want to get back to Steve. That's all.
Oh, sure.
I just want to get back to Steve. So.
Is that foreshadowing?
Oh, 100%. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even shameless about it. No, I'm not even gonna hide it. No, but yeah.
Number 2.
I have season 4.
Season 3.
Oh, really?
I have season 1.
Okay. Yeah. Like I was saying, the reason that 4 is number 2 is like it brings it down a little bit because of the California arc, but like the highs of it are just so high. Like I was talking about, the Hawkins arc is just so good. It's a little bit of a bigger cast than I think we've ever really seen.
Yeah.
Like I think because like you've got Steve, Robin, Dustin, Max, Nancy, like they're all Eddie, Lucas, they're all together. Like I feel like that's probably the biggest cast that they've had up until that point. But like it's so good. The Vecna stuff is so interesting, and I think like it's probably the best villain that they have.
Yeah, like Vecna was really cool that season.
Yeah, Vecna was really cool.
That's like one of the things I was really disappointed about in season 5. They kind of made him a lame villain.
Yeah, but I just think 4 just has a lot of like. I feel like 4 is kind of like a return to form with 1.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's more scary, it's more dramatic, it's more mystery in a sense. Like I think we kind of know who Vecna is by the start of 4, but like but like still, it's just more of a return to form, and I think it's really good. It's definitely the second seed for me. So, you had 3?
Yeah, I had 3. I mean, I think 3 is a super strong season. Like enjoyed all the parts with like the Russians. And it's like, I mean, all the way through the vibes are great. For that season, but I just don't think it lives up to my number one. Okay. Like it doesn't have the same vibe. It's like almost there. Yeah. But like I think the story is good. It has like it's dramatic and it's fun. Yeah. It's not the number one. So. Yeah.
All right. You had.
I had number one. My number two. Number one is a very, very strong start. I think every time I rewatch it, I just get more and more invested, and I'm like, okay, now that I watch season one again, I have to watch the rest of it. Yeah. Like, not many shows like have that hold on you where if you just immediately start watching it, you're like, okay, now I know I'm just gonna go through the entire thing again. Not many shows can hook you as much as Stranger Things can hook you. I started watching it with a bunch of people for their first times, a bunch before season 5 came out. I watched it with Ella and Michael. You don't know these people. These are people at St. Norbert. With our friends Ella and Michael. We watched it with Reese. Watched it with a bunch of other people. And it was just so amazing to watch these people get more and more invested every time. And season 1 is the perfect example for how shows should start. Now, I love season 1, but there is another season I love even more. So why don't we get into our top favorites?
Yeah. Okay. My favorite season of Stranger Things is season 3.
Season 1.
Season 4.
Yeah. So I think I agreed with mostly like what you're saying about season 3 is just like I think kind of the biggest thing for me is like I like the action, I like the comedy and stuff like that, but I think the bigger thing of like when I like a piece of media is just the vibes of it. Yeah. And just the vibes of 3 are just perfect.
They're great, yeah.
Like my favorite season's summer, and I love the 80s, and Stranger Things season 3 is just a mash of summer and 80s, and it's perfect. Like just like the whole vibes of it, they're a little bit more like the characters are a little bit more carefree in this one, I think, especially towards the start, but then like I mean, when things like get serious, they lock in and stuff like that. I mean, the introduction of Robin is really great. Like the Scoops Troop with Steve, Robin, Dustin, and Erica. Like they're so funny. And then the Russian side plot. Like I think a lot of people.
Is that a world's best boss mug?
He's got his little trinkets. But I think like. Some people don't like the Russians, like, in season 3. I thought they're cool.
I thought that was fine.
I thought that was a cool subplot.
Like, I think maybe when I first watched it, like, initially, I was like, what? Why are they there?
Yeah,
like, like, it was weird, but, like, after watching it, it's fun.
Yeah. Well, and it's just total 80s, like, callback. You know what I mean? It's like Russians were always the villains in, like, 80s movies. So it's like, it just makes sense that they go that route. And, well, even like the Hopper, Joyce, and Murray subplot, that's even fun to watch too. And I mean, of course, you've got the L subplot, and that one's really good too. And like the finale of that one, I also remember, like action wise, is like really good because you've got like the fight with Billy, and then Steve crashing into Billy when Billy's about to run over Nancy. That's a really good scene.
Oh yeah,
in the Todd Fathermobile. And I mean, Dustin singing to Susie, that's also just such a funny part. So I just think for me season 3 is just by and far just the best.
But that's valid.
Yeah. You had 1?
Yeah, I had season 1. I mean, I think it is really hard to have a great start to a show. Like Sam said, like there are very few shows that have an amazing season 1. Like that's better than other ones. But like it's I think the vibes are great. Like, it feels very important. Like, everything feels like it matters a lot when you first watch that. And it's, like, very dramatic. And I think that's something that kind of drops off in the later seasons. Yeah. Like, Demogorgons felt scary. Like, they were cool. They were super cool, and they were super scary. And, like, if you went up against one of them, you were dead. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, and in the later seasons, that really drops off.
Yeah, but you know who survives a Demogorgon in season 1?
Oh my gosh!
That's all I'm saying.
My boy Steve Harrington.
He beat a Demogorgon. He beat the Mind Flayer. He beat Vecna, and he beat Taylor Swift. That's all I'm saying.
Taylor Swift. Okay, we're not talking about Billboard charts. We're talking about things. Let's keep the character talk for later.
My bad. Yeah. Just got
But I mean, yeah, it's.
He's getting carried away.
Maybe Maybe it's just nostalgia that I say season 1 is the best, but to me it doesn't really matter. I've watched it over, enough times to say it holds up. So
yeah, and then you have season 4 at number 1.
Season 4 stole my heart a couple months ago. I am a pretty big emotion guy, or how like a season will make me feel. And season 4, specifically episode 4, um, definitely like broke me down a couple times just in that episode. That is the one where Max lifts up in the sky. And she's having those flashbacks with Billy, it's Dear Billy. The episode's called Dear Billy. And I just think like you said, the highs in this season are so unbelievably high. Eddie is such an amazing like side character. Lou Max is amazing. Lucas Max is amazing.
Bro's using
it's
names.
I am, okay? I am. And it's so important to think about how like the relationship is one of the best parts of season 5.
Yeah.
It is the best part of season 5 in my opinion. But this is
only real ones know he stole Dustin's girl.
But it's such a good season, and I know it does have some moments where it does seem slow. But when I was rewatching it, or when I watched it my very first time, I thought those moments were definitely slow.
Yeah.
And I did have some complaints with it, and that was when I had my season 3 up on top. And I completely agree with you where the vibes for season 3 are perfect, and it has so much fun, and it's all rounded out, and it does have the Hopper like death thing, which is really a really emotional core part of that season. And that's why it's so good. But then season 3 directly leads into season 4, which kicks your butt over and over and over again. And I think like immediately going off of the back of season 3 into season 4, where it just kicked my butt over and over again. And it just had such high moments, and it led into Vecna. And this is when I was really getting into into movies and analyzing and all that stuff. And I just really it really stuck with me more. So I think that's why season 4 is so high.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that is starting to let it down is season 5. So now as you were talking, season 3 is a little higher, and it could almost pass 1. But I just love season 4 so much.
Yeah. And I think like even more credit to you is just like the finale of like season 4 is really good, and like even just like the Caleb McLaughlin's performance as Lucas in that that is so good. Like
it's underrated for sure.
Him screaming for Erica is so good, and just like the emotion is just so really good as he's crying over Max. And so there's definitely really good acting.
Yes.
So yeah.
Also the writing in that season is really, 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 really good.
Yeah.
It's honestly probably the best written season. And also I have to say, I know you guys said that you had a problem with the length. I loved how long it was. I loved having so much extra time. I wanted season 5 to be even longer than season 4. But we got shorter season for season 5. So
I think the only problem with length
or one of
for season 4 is when we originally watched it at your house. I'm like, I just want to get it done. Like I just want to keep watching because we watched it and like I think we took like I don't know 3 different times to watch it.
I think for me it's like a quality over quantity thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with episodes being longer in length as long as they hold up to the standard that the rest of the episodes are held to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So. All right, I think we could do probably some character ranking now. So we're going to do our top 5, and then we're going to do an honorable mention. So we can do honorable mention first.
Mm-hmm.
Are you two all set to go?
Yeah.
How many honorable mentions do you have?
I have just one.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, perfect. Then I have mine.
Okay, so I can go first. My honorable mention is Nancy, actually. She didn't make my top 5, but like she's great, and I think she's probably one of the more consistent characters. I think throughout, like a lot of people kind of don't like how people call her Rambo in season 5. I feel like that's just kind of like just how she is. Like I feel like it's a good progression of the character. You know what I mean? And like I like her a lot. Season 3, she's really good because like you start getting the reporter aspect of her in season 3, and I like that a lot. And she just she just doesn't take anyone. So I like Nancy a lot. So I think she's my honorable mention. She's probably like my number 6. She doesn't make the list, but just right off.
I'll piggyback off of you. My honorable mention is also Nancy.
Oh, there you go.
Nancy is such a. Are we cussing on this episode?
I'll edit it out.
She's such a bad. She is
that's
the badass of the entire show. I'm not even lying. She's probably the most badass character of the whole show. Arguably.
Did she beat all those characters?
Okay, but like Steve is Steve Harrington, but we're talking about like pure like who's gonna kick someone's ass? Who would win in a fight, Nancy or Steve? Realistically, Nancy would nah. Nancy would kick his butt because you know what? Steve doesn't hit women.
Yeah, I don't know if he does or not. I think the only fight he really
he wouldn't fight Nancy because he's too much in love with her. But he's not also.
I guess so.
But Nancy is such a good character, but there are so many other good characters in this show that are better.
Yeah. What's your honorable mention?
Well, piggyback off of being in love with Nancy, this is a shocker, but my honorable mention is going to be Jonathan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's a real comeback character.
That is fair.
I think in the first season, people are like, man, this guy is a creep. Which he low-key was. Like, I'm not going to deny that. But, like, he went through so much as a character.
Yeah.
And like he used his college savings to fund his brother's funeral. And then
I don't even remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he found out his brother was alive, and he had to deal with all these different things, and he's just gone through a lot of trauma just in his own life before anything with the Upside Down happened.
Yeah.
And I think that he like rounds out to be a great character who has good resolve, and I think he adds a lot to the story.
Yeah.
So.
I think just to give you a little bit of credence, season 5 I think he actually pulls through a lot too.
Yeah,
like definitely. I think he gets a lot better,
especially with him
5.
saving Steve too.
Yeah.
That's the one moment where everyone turns around on him. He's like, "Oh well, he's not that bad."
Well, he's just an honorable mention in the top 5.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of which, number 5, I have Max Mayfield.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I think. You think about Stranger Things, and I'm like, can you really think of Stranger Things without Max? You know what I mean? I mean, probably for you can because season 1's your favorite, but like, I don't know. She's just such a good addition to the cast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, she doesn't come in until season 2, and she's just like such a good addition. And I mean, I think Sadie Sink plays her like really well, and like, just like I feel like whatever arc she's in, or like whatever group she's in, is like one of the better like. Groups of the season. Like season 3, she's with Elle, and like everyone loves Elle and Max's relationship. I think that's like it's one of the fun parts, and it contributes to like the vibes. Yeah. But and then season 4, it's like all about Max.
Yeah, she has
an
even bigger role.
She has an even bigger role, and like that's like some of the best part of season 4. And then season 5, I actually really liked her arc in Camazot, and then like. A lot of people are like, "Why aren't you running?" But I'm like, I still liked the speech before they left.
Yeah,
so
that's my only disagree with. Like, I didn't really care for the Camazot arc like a ton.
I thought it was all right. So, but yeah, no, I thought she plays Max really well, and I think she's a good character. So,
yeah.
Your Sam, your 5th.
My number 5 is Robin Buckley. Robin is a really solid character ever since she came on screen. I mean, she just had a really solid hook of a character. I mean, she wasn't a character we would expect to get. I mean, she starts off pretty rugged, like kind of a cynic, and then we get to know her a little more, and she grows more talkative around the people she likes to be around, and I really enjoy that. And then also shout out, I met her many long ago.
He's met Maya Hawke.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty substantial person to meet. Like,
yeah.
That's not
Granted.
Actually, on Christmas, my the Maya Hawke and Uma Thurman were at my uncle's house. Because they actually on Christmas, and then they watched Stranger Things. Well, they didn't watch Stranger Things. They watched. Then they went. Then the the Hawks or Maya Hawk went back home, and then they watched the finale,
Oh,
which was, or not the finale, but Stranger Things, which was cool.
yeah.
But because they're like neighbors, so.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a nice connection.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I've met them. But sorry, subtle flex.
Sam,
Subtle
can
flex.
you can you get me the Meet Joe Curie? Can you read the directions?
I'll see where the cards lay.
See where the cards.
You know,
lie,
they
okay.
say you're only 7 social strands from every person on the planet.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, for us, it's
There we go.
hey, no. Well, right now it's just like 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, all right, you're number 5.
I'm gonna go with Lucas here.
Oh, okay.
So, this is kind of spoilers for my next ones, but I think he's the weakest of the 4 like main guys.
Really?
To me. Or yeah, the 4 main guys, like maybe 3 main guys.
Okay.
Because I would say Will's the weakest, actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Lucas is like he's a great character, and I think he definitely gets better as the seasons go on.
Yeah.
Too, which is something that you can't really say about a lot of people.
Yeah.
But he gets better as the seasons go on. He's a good character. He's solid. I like his resolve and like how he's, pretty. Like he's a stable mind in the group. He's always doing like what is like a solid plan rather than maybe what's going out there. Like he really values his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like which is like. You'd think, well, everybody should do that, but not
he's so selfish. He doesn't want himself to die. Like,
yeah,
oh my god.
But yeah, that's about all I have to say about him.
Okay, so piggybacking off of that, my number 4 is actually Lucas. He's actually my second favorite boy, so I actually don't really have any other of the 4 main guys on this list. But
really,
yeah, I would say I think he's kind of like sideline. Okay. Season 1, I think people kind of actually don't like him just because he's so opposed to Elle in season 1. But like, it makes sense. Like he's talking.
Sure.
Like we have this random girl that can like move things with her mind, and she somehow knows Will. Like this seems fishy. And then season 4 or season 2, I think he's kind of sidelined. I mean, like he's got all the stuff with Max, which is interesting, but like it's not that important to like I think the overall story in season 2. But then like 3, he doesn't do anything. Like 3, he's got. Oh yeah. 3, he's got like.
Actually, he does a lot. He does one big thing.
The Coca-Cola ad. Is that what you're talking about?
It's bigger.
Oh.
Bolder. Better.
Yeah. See.
Stupidest moment of the show, by the way. Stupidest moment.
It's all right. I didn't really care about it, but
I forgot about it.
there you go.
Product placement is the worst.
But like season 4 and season 5, like he just like especially 4, he really shines because like he's like the 1-2 punch with the Max arc. It's of course it's Max, but then Lucas is also just there, and I think like the basketball arc with him too is really good because it's like he's kind of tired of being the nerd and stuff like that, so he gets popular, but then he kind of realizes like popularity just kind of sucks, and like he misses his friends and stuff like that. So but yeah, I think Lucas is one of the best characters, so that's why he's number 4. What about you?
Okay.
Yeah, you're number 4, Sam.
Yeah. My number 4 is Max. Max is phenomenal. Like we said before, Max has such a strong performance in season 4, and also I'd agree season 3. And also season 5. I mean, she carries the later seasons so hard. And I'd also argue that Lucas also carries the later seasons. Lucas and Max together carry the later seasons, while the earlier seasons are carried by like Mike, Elle, Hopper and Joyce. Drive. But yeah, I think the later seasons, Max and Lucas definitely carry a lot, but I'd argue that Max, in my opinion, I like Max a little bit more, just based on like the emotional core moments that we get from Max, and just how good of an actress she is. But yeah, I mean, I already talked about that a little bit. So, Max, why don't you give us your number 4?
I think my number 4 is gonna be Dustin.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I think he's like, I think he gets weaker in the later seasons. I won't lie. I wasn't really a fan of him in season 5 as much, but
yeah,
in the first 4 seasons, he's like the most lovable character in the show.
yeah,
Like, he's funny, he's shameless, which I love.
yeah,
And he's like, he's just a great character. Like, he's a super kind guy, and he's just like, he adds a lot to the story, and while keeping it interesting too.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I really like the dynamics between him and Steve too.
Yeah,
And him and honestly the rest of the guys.
yeah.
I think he's like a breath of fresh air a lot of times in the earlier seasons. Just like
Yes.
super exciting. So.
Yeah. All right. To move on to number 3, I have big old Jim Hopper, the chief of police. I mean, I think Hopper, besides Nancy, I think Hopper is one of the more consistent characters in the entire show.
Yeah.
I think, like, he stays strong throughout. I think season 5, like, I feel like for 5, he's not as strong just in the fact that I feel like his story's kind of done by the time you roll around the 5. So, like, he just doesn't get as much spotlight. But, like, I mean, think back to season 1. You would think, besides Joyce, that Hopper's the main character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Hopper was, like, the detective. He was, like, trying to find Will and stuff like that. And, like, I mean, he's just so good. And then, like, him in season 3 where we think he dies. And then season 4 with the Russia arc, I thought he was really good. I mean, he fights a Demogorgon with a sword. Like, I mean, how is that not cool?
Oh, amazing moment.
Aura.
He's just got it's aura, yeah, and he's got like great speeches. I mean, the letter at the end of season 3 is so good.
That's a pretty iconic moment.
The speech to Elle in season 5, I think he's got 2 really good speeches too. Because the speech to Elle about how like after he thinks he shoots the tank, like that speech to Elle, I thought was really good about how like you gotta like keep trying, like don't like I feel like I think he was kind of saying like dying with the upside down is like giving up, whereas is like if he like
no, I totally agree.
And then I think his speech to Mike is also really good because at when Mike isn't going to graduation and Hopper goes and finds him, that speech is really good too because he's like, you can handle your grief by shutting everyone out, or you could heal and stuff like that. And like I think that's like if that version of Hopper talked to season 1 Hopper, it would be like so different. So it's just such a testament to how much he's grown. So, and I mean, he's got great quips, like it's your grandma. Or just like his absolute hatred for Mike is so funny in season 3 where he locks Mike in this car and he's like, and Mike's like, you're crazy, and you just look at him and he's just wide-eyed and just like, you want to see crazy, and like, oh, it's Hopper so adds to my love for season 3. So just Hopper's great.
Hopper definitely carries season 3. And like I said, the early seasons, and that is why he is my number 3. Me and Ben, I feel like we're gonna have really, really similar lists from now on. But yeah, Hopper definitely carries season 1. He carries a lot of season 3. He's really awesome in season 4, with his whole arc in the prison, and then with what's his name, the guy in the Enzo. Gotta love Enzo. And then, I mean, season 5, like you said, he does kind of drop off a little bit. He isn't given as much. He's kind of irrelevant to the plot, except for, making or trying to get Elle to, be safe. But then everything that he tries to do in season 5 ends up not working whatsoever. So, like, there is no point in having him in season 5. I think they could have written him a little better for season 5. But you already summed up all my points. So I'll let Max take it away.
My number 3 is Mike.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I think he's, like, it's crazy to say, but he's an underrated character on the show.
I think so, yeah. I could see that.
Because, like, I feel like there was a lot of Mike hate going around.
Yeah.
In, like, seasons 3, 4, and 5, people were like, my gosh, this guy's annoying. But, like, I really enjoy his character. I think he's consistent. I think he's been pretty funny, and I think his dynamic with every other character is really great. Like, the way he interacts with everybody else is awesome. Like, I mean, the whole him and Elle thing, like, I think it starts off good.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like a cool little thing early in the earlier seasons, and, I appreciate that. And I think that was kind of necessary for, the show to move forward.
Yeah.
Like, to have that dynamic, but He's just an awesome character to me.
Yeah.
And I think he's just underrated.
Yeah. I think just to talk a little bit about Mike is like probably season 3 and 4 I kind of was like I don't like Mike as much.
Yeah.
Like season 3 he's fine. Like I think I kind of didn't like him just originally in season 3 just because like I side with Hopper, or just because it's Hopper, you know what I mean? But like I don't think he was that annoying. But then 4 I feel like just the California arc as a whole I feel like he's just not great in, and like I feel like he's just kind of dumb in that one.
Well,
but
he also just has an ugly haircut.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
Yeah.
Well, I think the hair does him a huge disservice because in season 5 he does look really good.
Well, and as I was gonna say, season 5 actually like brings up my opinion on Mike.
Yeah,
because
I
think
was gonna say.
Yes.
Like, volume 1 season Mike, I was like I think I might have mentioned it. Like after volume 1, I appreciated Mike so much more. Like the one where he's like eyes on me, like that whole scene where he's trying to lead the kids through the Mac zone. I'm like, that was great. And like his stuff with like Will in season 5 I thought was really good. So I would like say like before season 5 that Mike was probably one of my least favorite characters. He's definitely like towards the top now. Like season 5 Mike was really good. So yeah.
I actually like season 4 Mike, specifically for his moment where he's talking to Elle when they're in the pizza place.
Surfer Boy.
His speech that he gives to Elle where he says I love you. That was one of the moments that I didn't expect to bring me to tears. My second watch through, I just remember being like, "Whoa, Mike just came out of nowhere!" Like, and he surprised me a bit. Especially with that ugly haircut. I mean, that speech came out of there. I mean, come on, what do you want me to do? I love that. But then season 5, Mike. Wow, he kicked butt. I mean, his opinion was really brought up. So I respect your opinion for putting Mike so high.
Yeah, he uses flare gun very well.
Dude, that scene was so funny to me though. I thought they played it really well. It's all serious. Nancy hands him the flare gun. He's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you!" And then Lucas just comes up. Those are flares, dude. Yeah, no, he's like, "What?"
It seemed all serious, and then like I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, and then Lucas looks down. He takes a beat. He looks down. He's like, "Yep, flares." And then like it cuts away, but like there's like it like shifts to like I think Will and Joyce, but like you can still hear him in the background, and like you can just hear Mike run up to Nancy. He's like, "Son of Nancy, what the hell are you doing?" And that's so funny. So yeah.
Well, the flares prove effective. What can I say?
Yeah. I think there is a lot to say too about season 1 and 2, Mike, because that I'm just thinking about the scene in season 2 where Mike realizes that Elle's actually like here and alive, and that she's been with Hopper the entire time.
Yeah.
Like he just starts trying to fight Hopper, and he just like breaks down crying in Hopper's arms, and like I think that's such a good scene, and I think that's an underrated like relationship is Hopper and Mike, because like they're so antagonistic, but like you can tell they respect each other at the same time. So
yeah. So Ben, for our next 2, I feel like I'm pretty darn certain we're gonna have the same ones. So why don't we just say them at the same time?
No, I'm not gonna have the same 1 and 2 as you. I can guarantee.
Oh, I already know what bit you're gonna do.
No, you don't. Let's just.
I do. I know.
You can't.
I know the bit you're gonna do.
Ruining my joke, okay? I've been thinking and laughing about this joke the entire episode, so we're going to do this.
Me too. I know what you're gonna do.
All right, number 2. Okay, we're gonna keep this joke rolling. Okay, number 2.
Fine.
Number 2, I have Dustin. So, okay, I can see season 5 bringing him down, but I really like. I actually still like him in season 5 because just the emotional bits he has with Steve, and like I just really like how lived in the 2 characters feel, because like I really like where they go to the upside down lab, and like Steve wants to go with Nancy because and like Jonathan thinks it's like, oh, he's just trying to like woo over Nancy, but like no, both of them are just like, no, we're tired of each other. We need a bit of a break. But then just like the scene where they fight is so good, and then the scene with the ladder is so good, and then just like the final, like when Dustin gives the spear to Steve, I think is just such a good scene as well. But I mean, just how do you not like Dustin throughout this? Like,
especially the earlier seasons.
Yeah.
Like when I talked about him, such a fun
yeah,
character.
no, seasons 2, 3, and 4, he's great. Like I mean, Steve and Dustin's that's the best relationship in this show, and it's just like Dustin's just a huge part of that as well. So I don't know how you can't like Dustin. Yeah. You know, Sam, what's your number 2?
It's Dustin.
There you go. Yeah. You care to elaborate, or did I just take all of your points?
Well, yes, you did, but I do have other points, but I'm actually like, I have my bit that was playing in the back of my mind, and then now I know that you have the same bit that I have. I'm like, I really wanted to do the bit.
I have the same bit as both of you too. I'm not trolling. I thought about this beforehand. So.
Okay.
I'm really upset because
I call dibs. That's all I'm saying. I call dibs. It's my joke.
Well, now it's not gonna be funny because we all know the bit.
All right. Why do you like Dustin, Sam?
Dustin is the GOAT of the kids.
Yeah.
He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. I mean, come on. I mean, who can't love the little
Yeah.
Whoa, did you just do that? Wait, do you have that?
I can't do it either.
Do what?
Grrrr.
I'm not gonna attempt
Look at these pearls.
Yeah.
Look at these pearls. And then Steve and Dustin's relationship are so perfect together. And then Dustin and Hopper's relationship is so perfect.
Yeah.
And Steve and Dustin and Ted freaking Wheeler is so funny.
It's from D&D. Oh my god! Like just like anytime Dustin brings up D&D and Hopper just wants to kill him.
Yeah.
Like he wants back.
And then Dustin and Ted Wheeler.
Yes.
I'm done here. You know. Hey, language.
Language.
Yeah.
We love Dustin. We love them all. But Dustin is the GOAT. I mean, yeah. I really have so much to say, but I just can't think of it right now.
Your number 2.
I gotta go with Jim Hopper.
There, yeah.
I mean, you guys pretty much made all the points. He's solid. He's consistent. He's the GOAT. He pretty much does everything in the show from the start.
Yeah.
He's like the one, he figures everything out. He like is the only person who actually does stuff. He is slightly overpowered in the later seasons. Like, okay, I understand he's the GOAT, but how is he able to fight off like 50 armed soldiers by himself and he has a body shield or something? I don't know. But
Vietnam training.
Yeah, but like he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's consistent and he's like a super lovable character.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Keep the door open.
Let's just say all these characters have just so much plot armor. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, especially in season 5. I was like, well, we'll get into that though.
Yeah. All right, number 1, the best character in the entire show. It's Ted Walking Down Wheeler. That's what I'm saying.
Damn it!
It's Ted Wheeler. You can't tell me it's not Ted Wheeler. He's the best. You know,
I mean,
he would have soloed that Demogorgon if he had his bacon. Oh, he disconnected. He literally logged off. He was that angry.
You know, I really did have the same bit. I was gonna say the same thing.
Dude, when we were playing Madden we played Madden right before we came on air. I wasn't even paying attention for one bit because I'm like, oh, I have this beautiful bit I'm gonna do with the favorite characters. Like, I'm just gonna say Ted Wheeler, and for number 1. But no, dude, Ted Wheeler. I mean, how do you not like him? Just like. He takes no business from no one. He's just like, you know, he just doesn't want any of this smoke.
Stole my bit.
How long have you been thinking of it, Sam?
Since this morning.
Oh, really? I only thought of it in like 20 minutes ago before we came on. We were playing Madden and I was thinking about it, but when did
I had it written down.
That's crazy.
So his is official.
His, I guess, yeah. But when did you think of the joke?
This morning.
Okay.
Like when you told me
See-
that we were ranking characters, I was like, I know what I'm gonna do.
All right.
You see, you had Ted Wheeler ranked up, and Ted walked him down Wheeler, and I walked off it instead.
Yeah.
So who's your real number one?
All right.
I mean, do
we have to?
ask?
We can just say it on 3.
Yeah,
like
it's
1, 2,
1, 2, 3. Steve.
Harrington.
Steve the Hair Harrington.
Steve the Hair Harrington, the king of Hawkins High. I mean, who doesn't love Steve Harrington? Like, I feel like if you're watching Stranger Things and Steve isn't your number 1, I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Aura right there. Like, so, like, I think the thing with Steve that's so interesting is like, season 1, I think when you watch it for the first time, you're meant to not like him. You know what I mean? It's like you absolutely don't like him. He's getting in the way of Nancy and Jonathan, and like he's just smashing Jonathan's camera. But like you rewatch the series, he did nothing wrong.
No, he literally did nothing.
He did nothing wrong. Even in like season 2, he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Because Nancy's like so not self-conscious, but she's so like racked with guilt over Barb, and like Steve's just trying not to get killed by the government in that season. You know. And, like, that's the reason they break up. It's just because, like, Steve wouldn't do anything about Barb. But it's like, Steve was just trying not to die, like, more than anything. And so, there's so many good scenes just throughout. Like, season 2 with just fighting the Demogorgon, or the Demodogs with the bat, and just Scoops Ahoy Steve, or, you know, even just Family Video Steve. Like, he's the best, you know?
Yeah.
You want a bopper? It's so great.
I think Steve just has the best relationship with every character in the show. Arguably, I mean, besides a few other characters who have better relationships with each other. I mean, like relationships like Lucas and Max. I mean, yeah, but like Steve and Dustin are perfect.
Steve and Robin.
Yeah. Oh, he cut out again.
Jonathan is even good. I mean, it's so funny seeing them like just be like rivals to each other. Steve is so criminally underrated to the point that he's overrated.
Yeah. I would say he's so criminally underrated in the show.
Yeah.
You know, because like
yes.
None of them treat him with any respect except like Dustin, and even then Dustin still doesn't treat him with much respect.
Yeah, in season 5.
Exactly, yeah.
In season 5, Will is like, when Will's talking to Robin, and Robin says that Steve is the first person she told.
Yeah.
Will's like, Steve?
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's Steve. Who else?
Exactly.
I mean, Steve is the GOAT. Steve is understanding. Steve is a man. And you know what?
Fast times.
Nancy doesn't deserve him. Nancy doesn't deserve him.
Yeah, no, and I think, I don't know, people were kind of mad at Steve at the start of season 5. Like, I remember when Volume 1 came out, I'm like, I don't know, Steve's just still being goated. I mean, the chainsaw, just aura right there, you know? I think the biggest fumble they did in season 5 is that they gave Steve a spear and they didn't give him his bat back. Could you imagine how cool that would be if Steve got the bat back?
Maybe there's some weird thing like where the bat went or something. Like
I think like a lot of people said, and I kind of agree with this. I think Steve, the bat was probably in the Beamer.
Oh yeah.
And that's what happened because like we see in season 2 that he carries it in the Beamer's trunk. Yeah. So my guess is it probably was in the. What's
this guy up to?
he's literally just putting it on in the background. But yeah. So.
Well, I mean, Steve, he's really like Luka Doncic if he had amazing hair. I mean, he puts the show on his back. He could take the Mavs to the finals and win. I mean, he takes Stranger Things to 5 seasons. He was supposed to get killed off in season 1.
Yeah.
And he perseveres.
Yep.
He's so lovable.
Yep.
That he tops Taylor Swift on the charts.
Oh, 100%.
He's just... I mean, there's just nothing else to say. He has the most aura of any character on the show.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
From the get-go, yeah.
He sees a Demogorgon, he squares up.
Dude, he does a bat twirl and then just straight
he does
just
the
home
Anakin
run.
Skywalker twirl and then
and just home run. Yeah. Grand slam.
There's just really nothing else you can say about him other than that he's phenomenal.
Am I dreaming or is that you, Harrington?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. Don't cream your pants, dude.
It's a valid thing to say. To be honest,
valid thing to say. I mean, I'm a straight guy, but like,
and the fact that what okay. I just think the best thing about Steve is that he doesn't back down,
no.
especially when it matters. Like for instance, Steve and Billy in season 3.
Yeah.
Steve is just such, and also, I have so many things to say, like so many things running through my mind, because I relate to Steve so much, because Steve has the dream of like the 6 nuggets in the back of a car or in the back of a little RV going across the country, and that is me. That is me. I want to go across the country.
Movies is Finding Nemo just because of the father-son story. Like that's some added context for you.
I mean,
yes. Yeah, thank you.
You're probably in good company. Your favorite movie was Ratatouille for the longest time.
Well, that's what my name tag says.
That's what your name tag says. Yeah.
Steve is such a family man. He defends the kids. He's the big brother everybody deserves. And I feel like that I aspire to be Steve in that way. I want to be the defender. I want to be able to help people. I want to fight for those who need it. And also Steve's just a good guy. I mean, Nancy didn't deserve him. Hell, nobody deserved him. Nobody wanted him there. The Duffers didn't want him there. But you know what? But Joe Keery, he fought his heart and soul, and he persevered. He had the charisma. He had the funny. He was so funny.
You know, anytime I'm in a social
Joe Keery,
I'm just like, what would Steve Harrington do?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you wouldn't ask like, what would Jesus do?
He's on the list. That's like when I have to do something morally right. When I have to make a joke, or if I have to like be like charismatic, I ask, what would Steve Harrington do?
What would Dustin do?
Oh, I'm not smart enough to say what would Dustin do. Dustin would probably like curse out everyone and just prove why he's right.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You're saying how Dustin is super nice to everyone, but he always calls everyone a son of.
I think that's just his trademark. They deserve it because they're not locking in. They're not seeing they're not thinking right. Dustin's the only one who's thinking right.
We might need a custom. I mean, it might need to bleep me out a few times.
I got bleep myself out a couple of times, But the biggest takeaway I have from you is that apparently Steve's just Greg Jennings because he puts the team on his back.
Yeah, he does.
So
he does put the team on his back.
All right, moving on. Just to talk a little bit about just season 5 as a whole. I have one big question I want both of your opinions on, and it's I think one of the biggest questions from the ending of season 5. Do you think 11 is dead? Because I have my answer.
I believe 11 is dead.
Really? Okay. What do you think, Sam?
I believe.
I believe as well. Why do you not believe?
I think it's Cope from Mike. I think it's Cope. I don't think there's any way for him to verify his claims. The only thing that could verify his claims is something that he couldn't possibly know, where they show the clip of like Elle in the lands far away. Yeah. So I mean, I guess it's up to, the viewer's interpretation according to the Duffer Brothers. Yeah. As an excuse for their poor decision making. But I think it's Cope. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. There's a lot of plot holes, especially with Callie. She died, bro. Yeah. Callie died. We watched her die, and then I guess she can sit herself up against the wall and use her powers 20 minutes after she just died, probably longer than that. I don't know.
See, okay, I'm going to sound like a conformity gate conspiracy theorist here, but I believe just because of the fact of there's a couple of clues, I think. One, I feel like they kind of cut away from Callie's death a little quick, they kill her and then they just kind of brush past it and move on. So I feel like that's a little suspect. I think two, would 11 have been able to stumble into the Upside Down with all those soldiers surrounding her, like without being caught. And like I think even with like all the blaring, like the kryptonite.
Yeah.
I think another thing, we don't actually see her nose bleed after, because she pulls Mike into the void, and they have a conversation, but we don't actually see 11's wipe her nose or even like have any nosebleed. Mm-hmm. So like, is that actually her? I think someone pointed out that her tattoo actually isn't there. Like they zoomed in and like they couldn't see her tattoo anywhere. And like Millie Bobby Brown has the tattoo herself too. Like I remember hearing that she got the 11 tattoo on her like forearm, which probably isn't the greatest tattoo that I have in real life.
I don't know if that's true.
I heard that was true.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it might not.
But
be true. I didn't fact check it, but yeah, I think I honestly think I think she's alive, because I also think like why would they include it if like they don't think she's alive?
Yeah, the only bit that's like it kind of takes away from my point. I'm thinking more of like the logical side, and maybe not the intentions of the creators side. Like I know they show the clip and like that's of her like being alive in a way. Yeah. So like I can't really say much more about that, but I think logically it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Why do you believe, Sam? Do you just want to believe?
So I believe because I refuse to believe that the Duffer Brothers are that stupid. Because I was so unbelievably upset that that's how they would kill off Elle. Because that was just poor writing. Like, to have her have this whole arc with Hopper of him, you don't need to die. You don't need to do this. Yeah. Building up all this time that they can live with Elle. Yeah. And that they can have like some kind of happy ending. Just to have her die off. Yeah. That's horrible. Mm-hmm. I was so unbelievably upset that the Duffer Brothers were going to do that. Yeah. And I couldn't.
Yeah.
I refuse to not believe.
Yeah. A lot of people are like upset about plot holes and stuff like that in this one. I think there's only one that I think really, there's only one that like I totally understand and like I'm kind of like makes me a little upset, or not upset, but like I just totally understand it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's just a glaring problem. Is just like Nancy and Hopper just facing like no repercussions at all for just killing like all those military people. Oh, and they just the military just packs up and leaves, and then Hopper's just the sheriff again. It's like, I mean,
that's honestly the plot hole I'm like least concerned about.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I feel like that's the one I'm just the most concerned about, because I'm like, it honestly does.
I think it is a plot hole, but like I don't think it really takes away from the story.
No, I don't think it does either. And like I said, it doesn't bother me too much, but it's just like that's the one I'm just like, okay, yeah, I just don't have any. Like that one, they should have and like the thing to me is the reason why I think it's a problem to me is because like I feel like it has such a simple fix. Like they could just say like Owens pulled some strings and like covered it up, because he's done that before. You know, like I think and like even when they were asked, like Duffers gave like a really bad like answer to that, and I'm like, just say Owens. And like I think the reason they don't say Owens, like the Duffers didn't say like Owens in like the after interviews, is like I think to them Owens is probably dead, and that they just didn't really think of that. But like us as the audience, we never know if Owens actually died or not. Last we see is that he just got captured, and that's it. So I don't know.
Yeah, but Owens is the GOAT. Yeah. He is the GOAT. Yeah. Like, he pulls through every time. I mean, he helps out every time. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm very mixed on the ending.
A plot hole that was pointed out that's more, like, overarching is, like, how did Elle know who Will was in season 1? Like, they never explain
Oh, they do never explain that. Show. Yeah, yeah.
Like, how she recognized him or, like, knew who he was. Like...
Yeah,
I guess it's kind of important to the story. Yeah, in the first season. So,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could have been just a connection with the Upside Down or something like that. I don't know. But I've remembered this other one that I just thought of too. Is that kind of like bugs me a little bit too. Is where were the Demogorgons in the final fight?
Yeah, I talked about that. Yeah,
there's no Demogorgons, no Demodogs, no Demobats. Like that one, I think was a little lackluster.
I think just in the season as a whole too, the Upside Down just totally lacked like any threats. Where are the Demogorgons at? Like in season 1, if you entered the Upside Down, there was a Demogorgon right there waiting for you. You know, so like, where did they all go?
Yeah, I think, you know, I was talking with someone earlier about that, and like, I think the reason that like the Upside Down is portrayed like as a little bit weaker in the later season, I think they just understand it more. You know what I mean? Maybe, and like, I think they just are the
crawls and whatnot.
Yeah, well, with the crawls too. Like, I think they're just less scared of the Upside Down because they understand it more. So like, I mean, we don't actually see it, but like, you can't tell me that at least someone doesn't have some source of fire on them, and then they know that that's the surefire way to like take a Demogorgon out is like some source of fire. So like, I think maybe that's why like we see the Upside Down as like less scary, is because like they're less scary to the characters now, you know. So I don't know. That's just one interpretation though.
See, this is why I think season 5. There's one thing about season 5 that definitely lacks, and I think the one thing like is just making everything seem higher stakes.
Yeah.
I feel like the stakes aren't high enough.
Yeah.
And I think one thing they could have done to increase the stakes is just show how much more danger they are actually in. Or like really show the abyss and the danger of the abyss. Show the danger of the Upside Down, because in season 1s 2 through 3, the Upside Down is horrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, like going into the Upside Down is a death sentence.
I don't think so. No.
Well, just like the feeling of the Upside Down.
No, I know.
Yeah, going into the Upside Down is a death sentence.
Yeah.
But they don't do that at all in season 5.
Yeah.
I mean, they do that in season 4 because, you know, there's the Demobats, there's you know, they have to like really fight their way. But like they just immediately drive into the Upside Down. They like multiple times where they're in the Upside Down and nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
This is where I think they could have, you know, increased the amount of time that was in the show. Like, show how dangerous it is.
Yeah.
I mean, they took away an episode. There's one less episode in season 5. The episodes are not as long as season 4. Give us some more time in the Upside Down. Give us some more danger. Give us some more stakes. The finale, there was little to no stakes. Nobody died, except for Elle. But like a lot of people think Elle isn't dead.
Yeah.
The final.
It's just so. It's so stupid. Somebody should have died.
Yeah. That's the next thing I thought we should talk about, is just like kind of the final fight. Like,
yeah.
It was just very underwhelming.
Yeah.
It literally, like what you said, it didn't feel high stakes at all. And Vecna got clowned on in like half a second. Like, they made this guy feel like he was so strong in season 4.
Yeah.
Like he was
Thanos.
Literally.
He was Thanos. But they dwindled him down to like how I see him like, have you seen It Too?
I have not seen it too.
I've seen it.
Okay.
You have?
Yes.
I have.
Okay. So he is Pennywise when he's in the little baby form.
Like,
that's how he is, and when he's in the Mind Flayer, he's just like, they clown on him, and they just don't. He's not a threat anymore. Like,
especially in like just the later episodes of that season in general, like they make him seem like he's equal to Elle.
Yeah.
But like I thought he's supposed to be like Elle, but he has no cooldown. You know, like he doesn't have to recharge his batteries. He can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I still think there's a lot of highs though. Because, like, I'm just thinking of, like, Sorcerer, I think, was just a really peak episode. Like, just Will getting, like, his powers. That was really
that was
cool.
Cool.
Scene.
Like, I enjoyed that. Yeah.
I liked the, I think it was episode 5. Shock. Yeah, so it's when they, like, reanimate the Demogorgon corpse and, like, Will taps in. I really like the scene where he's controlling parts of Vecna and, like, he's telling, like, the just shot of, like, Vecna yelling, "You need to run." Like, that was cool. Like, it was really freaky and it was really cool. Or, like, Will breaking Vecna's leg. Like, I thought that was cool. That was cool.
That was very cool.
I will say, like, with the final fight, I think someone pointed out, like, to, like, fix the Demogorgon problem, like, they could have had Steve and Dustin, like, fighting off some Demogorgons instead of just, like, stabbing underneath, like, the Mind Flayer.
It was a little odd.
Yeah. Like, give Steve the bat back, make him take down a couple of Demogorgons. He's already the GOAT. Just make him even more the GOAT. Yeah. So, you know.
I mean, like, also, just the atmosphere was kind of boring.
Yeah, it was kind of like a yellow backdrop.
It would have been better in the Upside Down.
Yes, it would have.
Sure.
100%.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. One thing I did think of as you guys were talking is would you have preferred, because they were all doing one final battle together, like all of them fighting one final thing together. Would you have rather them like had been split up, like Robin, Steve, Dustin, um, Lucas fighting bunch of Demogorgons, and then like Max or not Max, like Will and Elle and I don't know Nancy fighting Vecna, and then like some people taking on the Mind Flayer itself. Would you have rather had that?
I think I would have. Like, it has to be done right though.
Yeah.
To where like it's very high stakes like all around. Because I think that's the thing that kind of made the fight feel like not very high stakes, is that there were so many people there, and like they all got an equal contribution, which that just doesn't really happen normally.
No.
So
you think Robin's has the same amount of damage output as like Nancy?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. I see like the thing with like hypotheticals like that is that's just such a big scale that's kind of hard for me to like really kind of picture,
Yeah.
But I think that would probably be cool. Mm-hmm. You get a little bit throwback, like you get some grouping throwbacks and stuff like that. Like you get like you were saying with like Nancy, Robin, and Steve, like that's a season 3 throwback. You throw Lucas in it, that's a season 4 throwback. But yeah, I think that would be cool. So
I think that maybe there's something that like they probably wanted to do that, but they realized that that's happened literally in every other final fight in the show, or like anything like that. Like the characters are split up normally. So
yeah. I just when I look at the finales of like season 4 versus season 5, season 4's finale, like where Hopper's chopping off the head of a Demogorgon, where Dustin or where Lucas is fighting this jock and trying to like stop the fight from Max. Like they're so low stakes, but they feel so high.
Yeah.
Like they're low stake fights when it comes to the grand scheme of everything. Because Max is, or what was happening? Like Max was fighting Vecna and Ella was fighting Vecna in like the mind space or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that was such like a high peak moment, like a high fighting moment. But still at the same time, Lucas fighting a bully was on par of excitement with that moment.
Yeah.
Like to have those two like different differences and then feel the same was such a like it just felt right.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that at all this season. They tried to make, oh, the Mind Flayer is this huge threat. Let's take him out with some flares. Oh, let's take out Vecna. Chop his head off.
I thought that.
Which, by the way, that was
I thought the scene was cool. I liked the throwback cuts, and someone actually made a edit on TikTok where they did also the same thing with like 11's death scene that they like edited like scenes with like crucial scenes with each character had with 11, like crucial interactions. The funniest thing to me is that I've seen a couple of versions, every single version uses this one particular scene between Steve and 11 because it's the only interaction both of them have, and it's just in season 3 where Steve's like, are you even allowed to be here? And I'm like, that's not even that good of a scene. It's just the only interaction the two of them have the entire season, so or the entire series. So yeah. So yeah, I think I just have a couple random thoughts that I can't really stick anywhere, so I'm just gonna talk about them now. I think one thing I want to mention is just the music of Stranger Things is I think like towards like the first couple seasons they're like really good, because like Kids is a good theme, Soldiers is a good theme, The First Lie is a good theme, and then like The First I Love You in season 3 is really good as well. But then like I feel like it's kind of like a problem of it getting too big is that they stopped like focusing on their own score and like using like music that had already been like in like or like that popular 80s music, because like you can't really think of any like good song.
How many times did you hear Running Up That Hill? Like,
But I love Running Up That Hill.
Song, I like the song too, but I'm just saying like they didn't focus on their own score after a while, you know what I mean? So I like The First I Love You is like such a good song. Like it just has such good vibes. It encapsulates season 3's vibe really well. And this kind of segues into my one final thought I just have for just Stranger Things as a whole is just like how much the series has meant to me. I remember the first year I watched it, the people who wrote the score, Carl Dixon, and I forget the other guy, but it's Carl Dixon and someone else. They literally made my Spotify top 5 rap.
Oh wow.
They did that year because I just listened to so much Stranger Things themes, but just like, you know, I kind of like, I always think of myself as like a lesser Stranger Things fan just because I got into the series so late in the game. Like season 5 was my first time I watched it on release and stuff like that. That's the first season I watched it on release, and like, but like, I don't know, I only think back on it fondly because just watching it in your basement. Yeah. Like, I remember that was summer of 2022. I had just gotten my drive. I'm just thinking of this one thing in particular. We didn't actually finish season 4. We watched the penultimate episode of season 4, so like the second to last one. We couldn't watch the finale because we just ran out of time. Yeah. I left your house and it was my first time driving, like back because I drove to your house and it was my first time driving back, and just like I just look on it so fondly. It's just something so small and minute, but it's just because like it had rained, but like the sun was like setting, so it was like orange, and it felt so much like the Upside Down. And like I remember I was listening to like the soundtrack on the way home, and just
wanted to watch it.
I just wanted to watch the finale so bad, and it was such a big part of just like for me. Like I didn't even like realize how big Stranger Things was to me, because like I even remember like it's definitely one of my favorite TV shows, and yeah, just that vibe of just us watching it in your basement was just so fun. So yeah, I think it's such a good show, and I don't think season 5 ruins it, but I think it deserves its dues and stuff like that. So yeah. Any final thoughts from the two of you?
I mean, I look back on Stranger Things like very fondly too. Yeah, I think like especially those first couple seasons, like they're just awesome. Yeah, and they really pull you into the show, and it's like, I don't think season 5 like ruins it either. No, but like I really enjoyed it like pretty much all the way through. Yeah, and I was just kind of disappointed that the show ended the way it did. Yeah. I think just also like the cultural impact was huge. Like I didn't watch it in the early seasons, but like I remember like the letters on the wall with the lights and stuff like that. I remember that being big. I know like our high school, we didn't even go to it, but like my brother was there at the time, and I remember that NDA had like those shirts that were Stranger Things themed. That was their spirit shirts and stuff like that. It was all over, and it's a big part. Like even though I didn't watch it, it's still a big part of my childhood because I still remember like it being out and stuff like that. So yeah. Final thoughts for you, Sam?
I mean, Stranger Things is something I always looked forward to every like couple of years getting, and it's the one show that I've stayed the most invested in. So I'm very sad that it's over. But we will be getting potentially a new spinoff. Yeah. About the stone that was in the briefcase. Yep. So we're gonna find out more about the Upside Down, or more about the Abyss. I mean, we're gonna be learning about the Abyss, where the Demogorgons come from, where the we'll probably be learning more about the Mind Flayer, because I doubt that's gone. Yeah. I mean, obviously Vecna's not around anymore, but I'm sure we'll be seeing more of Sam Owens. Yeah. That's the one character I could see coming back. But I'm really excited to see what happens. I'm a little sad that I'm definitely sad Stranger Things is ending. But I look forward to see what comes. Yeah.
I can't imagine like Netflix letting the IP go to waste after this. No way they do.
And I mean, we already have Stranger Tales from like 83 or something, or 85 or whatever, that animated show that's coming out that's supposed to be set between 2 and 3. And I remember immediately after watching the finale, I texted Sam and I'm like, yeah, I could see them being a revival in like 10 years or something, like down the line. Like like they could totally make like The Search for Elle or something like that. So yeah, but no, it's too small. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We don't know what our next episode will be, so we'll just see you in the next one. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
and
I had fun. You guys are fun to talk to. So.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Later.